Inside Kamalgar's court, King Suraj Singh posed a question defining the kingdom's survival. What is the ultimate form of power? Immense wealth or sharp intellect? Chief advisor Vidur Sen argued that while gold can be stolen, a brilliant mind will eventually command both the wealth and the people holding it. This theory was tested when a woman named Manduri arrived with news of an invincibility chest. She claimed a set of armor hidden in a remote cave could protect any warrior from any blade. Chandra, another high-ranking advisor, immediately vouched for the story, urging the king to seize this artifact before their enemies could reach it. In the high-stakes world of regional espionage, whenever absolute power is offered without effort, it isn't an opportunity, it's a snare. Vidur suspected a lie due to a single scent, Kelra oil. It's an exclusive export of the rival state Biwali, marking Manduri as an enemy agent. Tailing her confirmed a triangulation. She met a Biwali commander and the king's advisor, Chandra. Vidur realized that exposing them now would only cause the commander to flee and allow Chandra to hide his tracks. To dismantle a deep cover network, one must often step into the trap to steer it toward its own destruction. Vidur set out for the cave alone, knowingly walking into the hands of the Biwali forces waiting in the shadows. When Vidur failed to return, King Suraj Singh mobilized his forces to retrace the advisor's movements. The investigation led to a local village, where a peculiar order Vidur placed with a carpenter just before his disappearance caught the king's eye. Vidur had commissioned a chest made specifically of rare sagon, or teak wood, and insisted that the king be informed of this exact material. The choice was a geographic coordinate. While common wood is found everywhere, teak wood only grows in one isolated high-density forest at the edge of the kingdom. Vidur used a simple commercial transaction to create a geolocation beacon that the enemy captors would never think to censor. As the king's scouts entered that teak forest, they noticed a scattering of sandalwood seeds along the path. Knowing that sandalwood was Vidur's personal signature scent, the soldiers followed the trail of seeds as it moved deeper toward the mountains. At the very mouth of the cave, they found Vidur's personal scarf, or angavastra, discarded right in the center of the walkway. The king recognized this wasn't a struggle, it was a tactical signal. A high-value garment left at a threshold meant an ambush was waiting just inside. By leaving these specific markers, Vidur effectively mapped the interior of his own prison for the rescue party. Forewarned, the king's soldiers avoided the main entrance. Instead, they used the shadows of the jagged stone walls to position for a surprise flanking maneuver. The Biwali troops, expecting a frontal assault, were quickly overwhelmed and neutralized, allowing the king to reach Vidur unharmed. Vidur immediately intervened to keep the enemy commander alive, knowing the mission's final objective was back at the palace. When you understand the architecture of an enemy's trap, you can repurpose it to lock them in instead. The final stage of the gambit took place in the Kamalgar court, where the entire assembly had gathered. With the Biwali commander providing the evidence, Vidur revealed that Chandra Chauhan had been the conduit for the enemy's intelligence for years. Royal guards swiftly intercepted Chandra as he desperately tried to flee, effectively blinding the Biwali state's eyes inside Kamalgar. The king returned to his original question about whether wealth or intellect provided the most security for a nation. He realized the kingdom's real invincibility didn't come from a magical chest or a mountain of gold, but from a mind capable of turning a kidnapping into a checkmate.